Hey YouTube, my name is Kris. Welcome to Personal Financeology. I talk about your finances and I talk about technology. As we know it, money makes the world go around, and technology, it's not going anywhere anytime soon, for better or for worse. No, we're not getting married, but it's here to stay. And I'm passionate about both subjects. For today's topic, I would like to talk about Robinhood. Briefly, if you don't know what Robinhood is, it's an app. You can use it on an Android, on an iPhone. You're most likely eligible. You sign up, you get a free stock. If you use my referral link in the description below, you get a free stock, and I also get a free stock. But basically, it allows a beginner or novice to kind of dip their toe into the pool without diving headfirst into stock trading if you don't know much about it, because yes, it can be scary. But this is a great tool, wonderful user interface to get involved in stocks. I do recommend Robinhood for the beginner or novice, and they are a $7.6 billion company. They didn't get there by accident. Robinhood has been great for the consumer because competitors have followed suit. One of the main features Robinhood offered was you paid $0 per trade, whether you were buying or selling. And now that we have competitors following suit, there's better options out there now if you've gone past the point of you're not a beginner, you're not a novice, you're beginning to become more and more of an expert as you learn from your trial and errors, and hopefully not too many mistakes, but hey, life is about mistakes. Now, since we just had the time change, it's November, we did the fall back, and that's what I'm gonna do. We're gonna fall back in time. I'm not going to go back too far, but December of 2018, Robinhood made this wonderful announcement. Hey guys, we're going to offer you some checking and savings accounts that you can sign up for. It's going to be wonderful. You can have 3% interest, which at the time, and even in today's standards, like we're talking about history here. December 2018 is not even a year old, but 3% interest on a savings account, wonderful. Absolutely better than the 0.10% that you would get right now with a brick and mortar bank. However, shortly after this announcement, Robinhood quietly took down this post and backed away. What happened is they announced prematurely, never a good thing, guys. No pun intended. Anyways, there's an organization, the SIPC, and it's the Securities Investor Protection Corporation. It's similar to the FDIC, where you go to a bank, you deposit up to $250,000 of your money. If the bank were to ever go bankrupt, then the government would back you up and you wouldn't lose all of your money. Fast forward to October 7th of 2019, and Robinhood has this wonderful announcement. Hey, we're gonna hire this, or already have. We have a board member. This person is a former Securities Exchange Commissioner. And the following day, October 8th, no coincidence, Robinhood says, hey, we're going to give it a second shot here. It's cash management. There's a wait list. Begs the question, is Robinhood really ready to release their cash management program? Or are they just trying to hype it up possibly? I don't know. Right now, though, they kind of shot themselves in the foot again and announced when this came out that, hey, we're going to offer you 2.05% interest on your cash management account. You get a debit card. There are 4 neat little options for your card, and there's a wait list, of course. You can check out my video, how to try to bump your way up the wait list, whether or not it helps. I don't know. I've done it every day. I have been moving up, but I still haven't received any card yet, and it's November of 2019. But where Robinhood shot themselves in the foot was they mentioned, hey, we're going to give you 2.05% interest, and then the feds cut the rates. There's a lot of analogies to this area for gentlemen today. You know, premature snipping, clipping, it was unintentional. But they had to lower the interest rate that they were going to offer, which is now 1.80%. Now, what I'd like to talk about is Robinhood Gold. It's a higher tiered subscription where you pay something like $10 a month and you get a couple extra bells and whistles. Woo! Whoop-de-doo! And if you put in $2,000 of your money, Robinhood would allow you to borrow another $2,000. So in total, you could purchase up to $4,000 of stock. And then in addition, you have your fee of $10 a month. But this is nice because it gives you the ability to buy and get a interest-free loan. Well, there was a glitch, and it was discovered around November 5th. There's a website, it's called Reddit, Reddit. If you haven't heard about it, their slogan is, hey, we're the front page of the internet. Wonderful website, I love it, check it out all the time. And there's subgroups for anything you can think about, any type of interest that you have, check it out, wonderful site. There's a subgroup called Wall Street Bets. Very interesting, check it out. It may not be for you. Sometimes if you're looking for good financial solid advice, it may not be from this group because this group is kind of like a go big or go home, to summarize it. Well, there was a particular user called Control the Narrative. And what this particular user discovered is that the more that you borrowed, there was a glitch where Robinhood thought that you had your own money in the account. So basically, they were getting a loan as collateral for another loan, and then it looked like the person had more money of their own in the account, so they doubled the amount of money that you can borrow. And this has become known as the infinite money cheat glitch with Robinhood. To get the Robinhood Gold account, you had to have $2,000. Not everybody has $2,000 laying around, but it's not that massive of a entry to get into it, and then there was a very minimal, small vetting process. It was a questionnaire. If you've ever been under the age of 18 and curious about some particular websites that verify if you're 18 years or older, all you have to do is click yes. Whether you are or are not, it's the responsibility of the website. This user, Control the Narrative, if you look it up here on YouTube, actually posted a reaction video. My reaction, I expected this person to freak out, but they only had invested $2,000 and lost about $50,000. Essentially, what happened is this person said, hey, you know what, I'm gonna put a one-day bet here where I think Apple's going to lose 6% in one day. And this, I don't know why someone would think Apple would lose 6% in one day unless they had some inside knowledge that something was going to happen, because could it? Yes. Likelihood? Not likely. Especially since Apple, just week after week, has been doing phenomenal, and the price per share is pretty high up there at this point. So they posted their video and they lost $50,000 and they only had $2,000. What happened is Robinhood banned the person for life, they suspended the account, and then the person is also on the hook for the money that they lost. Now the SEC is going to step in and Robinhood is going to get bent over and they're going to be fined. Robinhood is in some serious, not good. And there have been copycats that are doing this, which that's a concern for me because once this became public knowledge, you would think that they would want to fix this glitch because people weren't losing their money, they were losing Robinhood's money. That's a problem. Now, if there were people making money, maybe they were, and we're just not hearing about those people because if someone made smart financial decisions and profited, then Robinhood also made profits off of those decisions as well. But think about it this way. If you had hacked the system, which it's not a hack, you're not a hacker, okay? It's a glitch. So if you fooled the system, and let's say that you fooled it into thinking that you have 500,000, you would have $1 million that you could borrow because it's a loan. And if you put the minimum of $2,000 into the account, you technically owed $998,000 to Robinhood. But if you made smart decisions, you might make a profit. Whether or not Robinhood would actually let you pull out the $500,000 thinking that it's your money, I don't know if anyone did that. Many right now are speculating that there's going to be a securities fraud investigation against Robinhood, and the one that's on the hook is Robinhood. Do I think that the people that made these decisions knew what they were doing was wrong? Absolutely. They knew what they were doing was wrong. If you have $2,000 but you have an account that allows you to borrow up to $1 million, that's not, no, sorry. Don't pass go. Don't collect 200. You don't have $1 million. No, just cut it out. You're not fooling anybody. There were so many copycats, and so many of these copycats, for some reason, made horrible decisions and lost a lot of money. We're talking about a highly regulated industry. Robinhood seems to not really take it serious. But the SEC is about to let them know this is very serious. Right now, I'm not interested in seeing how this plays out. I have a sizable amount of money and I want out. There's two options if you're in the same boat as I am, or you're just nervous and you don't want to deal with this. You want your money is the first option. It's a better option if you don't want to pay the $75 fee to move your stock to a different broker. But you can cash out your money, switch it to your funding source. That way, if you have made gains, you get your money back plus your gains. Now, the second option would be to find another broker and basically set up an account with them, and then they'll handle that process. I'm about to start that process where I find a new broker, I initiate it, let them know I've got Robinhood, I want to keep my stock. There's a fee of $75 to move your money out of Robinhood. I think Robinhood should waive that fee, but right now they're probably not feeling too happy about all of these people losing money. They say that it's a small amount of people, but I don't know. Don't get me wrong, I've personally never had an issue with Robinhood. I think it's a great user interface, even if it is limited. It's wonderful for a beginner if you don't want to dive headfirst into the stocks and you just want to learn a little bit, make some mistakes. And when you sign up, you get a free stock. You're not being charged per trade. It's a great way to get started to learn. But once you start to accumulate some wealth and you're doing well, you're at a point where you're not a novice. You're not a beginner. Move the money out, especially now that competitors have followed suit and they have $0 commissions for trades, whether you're buying or selling. And that's what I'm doing, is I'm getting out ASAP, and I would recommend, if you have a sizable amount of money, get out before anything hits the fan, and you know what I'm talking about. So To summarize, thank you for watching. I appreciate your viewership. Please subscribe if you found this beneficial. Like the page, share it with friends, family, anyone that you think is, going to benefit from this information. And again, my name is Kris with Personal Financeology. Have a wonderful day and take care.